My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and welcome to another edition of High Tea. It's high vibrational tea, not high class tea, right? Okay, so now that I've played that intro, I've got to play the real music for today, and I'm gonna tell you why, my guys. Oh my gosh, such a weird experience, and it begins with this cup actually. So let me put on the music I'm supposed to play. It's Hungarian classical music, and I'm going to tell you why in a moment. Let me just let this come on, turn on the volume a bit, and let me give you backstory. Yeah, this couple likes this music. Okay, so today we're literally like traveling back in time, because this cup that I have here now, it's not usually the fancy smanchies that I have, but this cup is even more valuable. It is from 1904, so it is an antique. Okay. And when my sister and I tuned into the owner of this cup, and she said I could use it because I wanted to get permission. She said I could use it, one, and she was really a talented intuitive, so she's hoping that I too will find value in this cup, and I do find value in this cup in and of itself, right? And this will be my first reading with this cup. I saw her as looking like Eastern European, Central European, very powerful priestess. Even now, just touching this cup, my third eye is like buzzing. So I put on my usual. Well, I want to play music from that time period for her, just to honor her. And then while I was looking through, I saw Hungarian classical music. And I said, okay, that's interesting, because the cards that I'm going to tell you about in a moment are from Hungary. And I put them on, and even now I'm getting a buzz as I'm talking about it. And, you know, everything just seemed to flow. The vibrations seemed to be harmonious. And then when I went to put on the intro sound that I just played, it refused to play. And it refused to play until I made a deal that I will play back the Hungarian music after. So that is what I'm doing. I'm keeping my promise. The reason why the song Hungarian music seems to align, so this cup is from 1905. It's 1905. If I said 1904, no, 1905. So this cup is from 1905. And this deck that I got this week is also an antique, and it's also from 1905, and it is from Hungary. So when that music came on, I was like, interesting. That's a nice sync right there. So what we're going to do, so it could be that there's some kind of past life issue that may come through. Okay, maybe some of you that are watching, maybe you had just a really short life there around 1905. Okay, or Hungary might be significant for you if you're from there, or whatever it is. So we're going to tap into these two energies today. In the general reading, we're going to go into the cup, okay, and see what we get there. And then in the extended, whatever we didn't understand in the reading, when we need clarification on, we're going to go into this. So collectively, 200 years of wisdom is what we're going to tap into. So if you like antiques like myself, it should be an interesting reading. All right, but let's start. We're going to go into the tea reading now. All right, so let me just give it a nice stir. All right, you guys, you gotta get out of the way for a little flexibility here. Let's make a little semicircle instead. Okay. So let me just give it a nice little stir. And because she looked kind of Roma, the tea that I'm using is Assam exotic, and that also seemed, I don't know, it seemed to be the right choice. I don't know why. Okay, so let me drink some of this off, guys, so you can blow your questions into here. Okay, and let us see. And it says what on the outside, What is learn thy future with thy tea? This magic cup will show it thee. So let's hope this magic cup shows it thee. Let's see. If I start talking weird or anything like that, contact Charlotte to clear me, okay? But she said it was fine, that I could use it, so. Okay. Oh, wow. That's some powerful tea, guys. I gotta tell you. All right, so you guys know the drill. It's time for the messy part of it. Okay. So, let me give it a swirl. Good Lord. Guys, give me a moment to throw this in the garbage, because the last time I did not throw it in the garbage and it almost bled through my seat. So, hold on 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm going to be delivering messages about you, messages about your person. If a work situation comes up, whatever it is, I'm going to do that. I'm just moving this closer to you for those of you who like to read your own. Okay, let me see if I can get a nice angle for you. Okay, I wish my overhead camera used to, my overhead stand used to work, then that should be wonderful. Okay, so what's happening? Let's tilt this a bit. We're gonna start on this side. Okay. So what I'm seeing for you, what's coming through for you, is some good fortune here. Okay, some good fortune that's coming to you, and some triumph over enemies. There's good fortune, good love, some sort of recognition, okay, because you've had some kind of wake-up call. Some bells have gone off in your head about let me see this, about codependency and your own addictions, because most of this is right on the devil, in the devil position right here. So some bells have gone off in your head about your own addictive habits, your own obsessions, and your own ways that you might be out of balance. And because you've recognized this, Spirit is elevating you above your enemies, haters, or just above the rest. Okay, you know the cream always rises to the top, right? So this is what's happening to you. The cream is rising. You are the cream that's rising to the top. Okay, so there's good fortune that's coming your way. Now, for some of you, you've had some disappointment in your inner circle, because you're realizing that some people that you were very intimately connected to were frenemies. They were haters. I feel that's happening for your person as well, right? They were haters, all right? And some sort of truth came out about that. Like you found out that they were gossiping behind your back, or you found out that some work colleagues that you thought had your back were really about themselves. So a lot of revelations, but you know what? They can't stop you, because you are heading for success. I'm also getting, like, in the last week or so, you may have had some sort of telepathic message, and also a 3D message from your person that really opened up your eyes. Okay, I do think you are in a place of emerging abundance right now, and the reason why is because you've released so much toxicity. You see all this crud here? I know usually most of it ends up on this side of the cup, the last two readings that I did, okay, just opposite the handle, right? But most of the crowd that's here, it's right on, look, the devil energy. Okay, so it looks like a lot has been coming up for you to release in this Mercury retrograde season. Okay, so it could be old loves coming back for you to deal with those kinds of issues, which is so freaking weird. Oh my gosh, I had a dream 2 nights in a row last week. I think it was Thursday and Friday. After that meditation, About my first love, my first love, and naturally my first heartbreak. And the first night I dreamt him, it was Thursday night, and I was like waiting for someone in this kind of warehouse, and this warehouse just like it's just corridors and corridors of records, like everybody's records, and I'm waiting in this warehouse. No, it wasn't the Akasha. I mean, I've been there, right, in this warehouse, and I hear someone's footsteps coming in, so I think it's my DM. So I turn around, and I just feeling so happy, and bam, there he is, and he looks so young and vibrant, like even younger than when we knew each other. He looked like if he was 19 or something like that. And I was suddenly young and vibrant. And then I just took off running. I took off running. And he's there chasing me through this warehouse. I took off running. I did not want to face that issue. I did not want to face him. I did not want to face the heartbreak that occurred there, because we never really got closure. I just ghosted his ass after everything was revealed, with him screwing my best friend, one of our mutual friends, and most of the people on our dorm, that kind of thing. And I just never spoke to him again, and I have not spoken to him. Had not spoken to him for about 12 years, until I think last year I heard that he was ill, very ill. And I reached out. And I think that year his dad died as well, so I reached out. Right? So I did not want to deal with it. I just took off, absolutely took off. And then the next night, I dreamt him again. And this time we were lying in bed together, and we were talking about the past and everything that happened. And I realized, I had given my power away to that situation for a very long time. And I allowed the energy of that to really influence how I conducted a lot of my relationships. I realized that I've been running from love for a very long time. And that's the reason why I don't like to get close to people. And that's the reason why, I'm always like waiting for that moment where, somebody is going to mess up, or somebody's going to betray me. But I also had to recognize that even though he was older than me at the time, maybe about 5 years or so, he was still fairly young, still fairly young. It's not an excuse for what he did, but knowing that he just, didn't have the maturity. Did not have the maturity. And I certainly was like a little Klingon, right? Love me. Recognize me, validate me. Look, love me. I'm such a lovely person. Look, me, take me, choose me, right? So, or both our vibrations were very much out of balance. And then I got off the bed, and I went in the dream, and I went to the washroom to have a wee. And there was all this like dark stuff. I know it's kind of disgusting, guys. Very dark stuff that was running out, and then finally was like fresh blood, and then finally it was very clear. So it was like a release, and like all the emotion from that betrayal, and all the emotion from subsequent betrayals, I think was being stored in my uterus, in my sacral chakra as well. So it was like a big release. So when I saw this, I was like, this is very interesting to come up. Okay, so all things coming up for Clary, and it was right after that meditation too. So it was a big release of everything, and knowing that I will no longer give my power away to this person, and I will step into courage and be brave. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't my fault. It was just both of our energies creating a toxic situation. So I think that you are releasing some of that. Maybe just like me. Maybe it was because of the meditation, or maybe it's just because of what is meant to happen. Most likely, what is meant to happen right now. Okay, so a light bulb went off in your head. Let me see what this is here. Yeah, so there's a lot of love here that's coming in for you. A lot of happiness, and it's because you've been doing this purge. I see in the area of love, you might have about 5 suitors that might be coming in. Okay, I see you working on some kind of project that is going to make you a lot of money. It might be creative. Let me see. Let's have a look. Yes, Spirit saying you're right on target. It is going to be like a big bullseye for you. What else is happening? For some of you, you might be making a shift to like reconcile or clarify a lot of your spiritual and religious beliefs. Okay, yeah, because I'm seeing the seed here being planted by this Christian cross, by this like Christ-like symbol. So it might be a reconciliation of your religious and spiritual beliefs and finding balance there, and also releasing a lot of burdens connected to that. Maybe releasing a lot of shame, maybe releasing a lot of guilt connected to that, and what you were taught or what you were programmed to believe. See, exactly, right? It's sacral chakra. I'm not saying sacral chakra, throat chakra acting up, right? Because it's all about what is your truest expression of self, and what are your truths. This is what we're really focusing on right now. Let me just have a look at see what's underneath there. Yeah. So I am also seeing as well, like a rebalancing of your feminine energies. I think you might have been, a lot in the masculine polarity for a long time this year. And it looks like you're coming back to center by really accepting and aligning with your feminine energy at this time. So this is what I'm feeling for you. So a big purge. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to let it all out. Okay. All right. So let's talk about your person as well. Okay. Okay. Let me see. What am I seeing for them? They have been very emotional at this time, and they are also purging too. And it's very much like the reading from last week, where they are in recognition of the things that need to be removed from their life. I think that they have realized that they are being drained, energetically so, emotionally so, financially so, okay, because of this deal that they made with the devil here. I'm also getting that they have a lot of people that look up to them in a particular kind of way, whether it's at their job or whether it is in society. Okay, they're being watched. They're on display. Okay, and this is a big part of your person's hesitancy to really be who they're meant to be in this lifetime. I mean, this is part of their challenge, but they're getting those inner resources to be themselves. They're getting that assistance from their spirit team. I do think that for a lot of them, why is that coming through? A lot of them are going through an electrolyte imbalance. Listen, I don't know where it's coming from, okay? There's some kind of electrolyte imbalance that they're going through. They might need to check their kidneys. I don't know. Listen, I'm just saying what comes to mind, right? They might need to check their kidneys, but it's an electrolyte imbalance that's happening. I'm also seeing something that they worked really hard on, just really breaking apart. What is it? I'm trying to shift it around too much to spoil the original message. Oh, okay. Right. So exactly, I have to sift through all of that, right? They're sifting through the lies, okay? If your person is in another relationship, or even it's a relationship with their family, there's a lot that's been hidden in this family line that's coming to light. I do think for some of the wounding that your person's going through, a lot of it was repressed. Okay, so they're finally digging deep to really uncover the truth among the lies here, and they're using their intuitive abilities to do that. I do see them really stepping into self-love here, okay, and because they're being presented with the opportunity to manifest a great love with you. Okay, I'm just going to move this here a little bit. Let me just see what's underneath here. Right. So for some of you, for you who identify yourself as twin flames, your person's divine masculine light on the twin ring is coming on. And that comes on when masculine finds his purpose. So this is what's happening right now. It's about finding a purpose, figuring out who they really are, and what they're meant to do for mankind, for humanity, in this life. Now, the sun is also the highest vibration of masculine energy. So this is them stepping up to the plate and making their own way to the top. I'm getting in their home life, it's like they're out of luck. Okay. There are a lot of people that do not wish them well, and there's some people who are actively trying to rain on your person's parade, and are wishing bad on your person. Because now the music is feeling really foreboding. It's like that music that you play for the scary parts of movies just now. If I can put up the volume. It's like suspense, right? And that's beautiful too. Oopsie. Yeah, your person, they're sad. They're sad because something's coming to an end. You hear the violin playing, right? Something's coming to an end. I lost my remote control. So that's also a message. I'm coming back to that message. 1 second. Yeah, they've lost control of a situation. I think a lot of them, the driving force behind a lot of their decision making, particularly in the past, was, which situation is going to put me in the greatest place of power, whether financially, whether emotionally, and what's going to give you the most control. And it looks like the control is ripped away from them. So they're feeling very vulnerable right now and feeling really sorry for themselves. But this breaking open is allowing their intuition to come through. Let me see what's underneath here. Yeah. They are really learning what, masculinity really is about. This person was programmed that masculinity was about power. You see how that drum was coming? Boom. Was about dominance. Boom. Boom. Was about force, right? Because force is very different from power. Okay. So they were taught that masculine energy is about force. Okay. You get people to comply. You get people to respect you by force. But respect by force is not respect. Respect by force is fair. Okay. So they're realizing that now, and they may have lived in a household that was run by force and was run by fear. This is another reason why they've never really been able to stand in their power very well, because that power was stripped away from them by whoever would have been modeling the masculine energy to them at that time. So it's a lot of, I think, for both of you guys, a lot of relearning, a lot of reprogramming, and a lot of releasing some of the things that you were taught. And it's kind of hard to do, just like how everything is, because things kind of stick, right? They stick, right? They stick. Especially if they've been there for a long time, they kind of stick with you. But this is about actively and consciously reprogramming yourself. And, making the way for your own truths, that are going to be revealed to you through communion with the divine, through your guides, through source energy. All right, let me tilt the cup another way and let's see if I get anything else for you guys. Okay, so for some of you, I see you're already working on a creative project. But these ideas are going to be coming hard and fast. You need to get your notebook and really start writing them down, because Spirit's giving you ideas to manifest abundance, manifest true power, true power. For some of you guys, it's activations. But I see you're seeing things clearly. I think you're going to get communication from a number of people, okay, that want to come into your space, want to come into your energy. Some of them are very high vibrational and some of them are not. So you really have to use your discernment here, okay? Yeah, lots of love offers, definitely. Lots of love offers. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, lots of love offers, okay? So guys, this is what I am getting from this reading. And of course I forgot to write down the questions, so I think one of the questions would be what are these family issues, what are these family secrets that are being revealed. Who are these new suitors? What's this? What are these messages coming in? And what's this devil energy that DM is releasing? We're gonna ask why they're so sad as well. Okay, so guys, that was your reading. So if you want further clarification, join me in the extended. So I'll go through these with this 100-year-old deck. I'll continue to play the Hungarian music. They seem to like that. And then I'm going to get some messages from your guides as to what is the next step forward for you, okay? My loves, grateful for your likes, shares, subscribes, your donations. They are just absolutely wonderful. If you're able to go a step further and interact with any of the ads I may have played during this reading, that's beautiful energy for me. I see some of you have been buying the cups of coffee. Thank you so very much for that. It's in the linked it's in the pinned comment down below. Thank you so much. But I can't really even drink coffee because coffee makes me drunk. Yes, my dears, as high as a fucking kite, and then my heart really starts racing and I get really dizzy. So I'll probably buy, as I said, I'll probably buy coconut water with those little tips. But thank you so much for that. Okay, all right guys, take care. Much love. Bye.